Good morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, A Daily Guide to a Purposeful Life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We are on our 365-day inner journey, and we are on day number 52 of that journey, February 22nd, 222. Those are good numbers. Those numbers in the spiritual world mean clarity, spiritual maturity, coming into your own truth. So that is today. Okay? This is a great day. It's a great day, and I'm happy to have you with me. And I'm grateful that you're here. Okay, today is the power of your smile. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, and yesterday turns out I left out a couple of intentions. If you have the book, you go, wait, Mark, there was another page there that you forgot. 5 and 6, the intentions. So if you have the book, finish those intentions from yesterday. You got a little homework to do. All right, the power of your smile. This one amazing power that we all possess is the door opener to true greatness. Our smile literally has power, a lot of power. When our smile comes from a place of love, friendship, excitement, beauty, and confidence in ourselves, we have the power to heal ourselves and others. That is the healing energy. Your higher energies are healing energies. Our lower energies are the ones that cause us dis-ease. We're out of the ease of our light, right? We're out of the ease of our light. So where are we? We're in crappy thoughts, thoughts that bring us down, thoughts that are just doom and gloom, right? I'd say every day we're spoon-fed this stuff, so you got to go on a diet, a negativity diet. In other words, it's the pasta. It's the pasta of energy. As much as we like pasta, it likes to sit on us in different ways, doesn't it? I'll never get rid of pasta. But it's what it is. It's heavy energies, heavy thoughts, heavy beliefs that we're still carrying around every day, right? And the smile is part of our rising. It's saying, yeah, okay, this is. I need this to be real. I need this to feel real in here, not just pasted on my face to get through life. Listen, we all do that, don't we? Just to get through the day. Sometimes just paste your smile on and go in there and hope for the best. Well, this is different than that. This is different. This is using those upper energies as your light, as your lantern in those days that you don't feel like, that you feel like that heaviness creep in and that kind of crap. Well, as you go, like I say, you start your mornings off right. You start your mornings with intention, and you look in that mirror in the morning, and instead of going, another day, you start complaining to yourself. You see your face in that mirror, and it's already like, this is going to suck day. Now, you got to start practicing. This is real. This is just, woo-woo stuff. This is, practicing your higher way brings that energy to you. It uplifts you. I'm not going to say it's magic in the first day, but it's just like going to the gym. You're living in a new way. You're walking in a new way. And, that's the real progress. The progress is walking home to your light. Walking home to it and saying, look at all these things that I grabbed onto along the way that no longer need to be on my back, weighing down my walk home. Weighing it down, right? Well, the smile is the first sign of your light. It's like the sun in the sky. It's like the sun in the sky. And when it's real, it's shining from right here, right up to here, right? And you're joking around or busting balls with your buddies, and you're all laughing, and you're in that great zone. You're in that great zone. So seek to be a purveyor of that, so that it's always around. That is nothing better than that. You start it with it. I love old characters that have been around for so long, and they've got every busball line in the book, like those one-liners that are just ancient, but they're just fantastic when you hear them, that make your day. That's the kind of stuff that makes my day, a good one-liner from somebody that's really a good character, funny character. There's so many of them in Troy. So many of them. I'm going to talk to a buddy of mine out there, Jackie Daly from Troy. Jack, if you're watching, love you, buddy. And I was at my first job at Highgate Manor Nursing Home in North Troy in 1981, 1982. And Jack was the maintenance manager down there for this high end. It was high end at the time. It's not high end anymore, but it was high end at the time. The residents were there, were eating off a bone china, and you had to look good. If you were out going out in the dining room, and there was waitresses there. It was my first foray into hospitality, was the nursing home. And so I was a pot scrubber inside. But Jack would come through the kitchen all the time. And he would just have these one-liners that he'd hit me with on the way by as I'm scrubbing dishes. And if I was having a crappy night, it's like, oh man, they burnt the oatmeal in this pan. I got to scrub that out. All that stuff. He'd come by and hit you with one of those. And one time we were up at Grafton State Park. And Jack was there. And I come walking in. And I got my my lawn chair, bathing suit on, sunglasses going. This is early 80s, we're just out of high school. And he yells down, he's up on the hill up at Grafton, in the grassy area, not the sand area if you know Grafton. And he's with his buddies, and he yells as loud as he can, "Hey, Marty, is that a banana hanging off your face or a condom?" And, oh my God, the whole beach looked at me. I was carrying my thing. I go, "You son of a..." It's Troy. That's Troy grit, baby. And I love it, and I loved it, and those kind of things make my day, and that's Jackie Daly. You'll make everybody smile, brother. I know you're fighting a good fight out there. Okay, everybody's praying for you, and we love you. All right, much love, buddy. You're one of Troy's greatest characters of all time. You deserve the Troy Grit Award. Ha ha! I'm giving it to you. You deserve it right here. The 2026 Troy Grit Award goes to Jack Daly from Troy. Everybody loves Jack. Okay, the power of your smile. When you walk into a room full of people with that smile on your face, what are you saying? You're saying, "I'm happy to be here with all of you, open to all of you, and I'm already communicating my intention of goodwill." Well, hospitality, that's the business, That smile is your calling card every day in our business. The response to your silent communication will be instant and most often will result in a disarming of any ego or gatekeeper being present in others. This is crucial in any and all interactions of your day if we want to give a great life for ourselves and give our best self away in the process. Right? It's all the same channel. As you use it, it spreads in yourself. As you use your light, it grows. As we stifle it when we're in fear, it shrinks and the darkness takes over. It's like we're darkening our own room inside. It's like we're darkening our own room. We're shutting our own light off when we have control of the switch. We just haven't been told how to do it. Okay? How to shift, how to knock that switch in the upward direction and practice. Practice being your own light. It's your best self. You use these tools more and more and more and more, and your smile. It's A number one. A number one. When we see each other out in the street, there better be a smile on your face or I'm going to get you. We're going to laugh anyway, but it's the best medicine because it leads to laughter. Smile leads to laughter. It's the open door to laughter. Okay? And like I said, in the mirror in the morning, you smile at yourself and you say, "I can, I will, and I am committed to you." That smile in person in the mirror. I'm committed to that smile. Okay, even though right now I may not feel like it, I'm committed to it. I'm committed to growing that and remembering it, that it's always been there in all of eternity. You've been a smile, a wave that has a smile and energy. All right, and it's getting back to that. That's your home inside, and then when we go to the real home, we just know who we are. We don't. All the old stories fall away because we're in pure love, unconditional love. Here, there's conditional love. I only love you if you do this and this and this, right? Other than that, you're going to get the other side, right? So how does that work best? Oh, man, that's where you got to have compassion and understanding for other people's journey. It's not the same as yours. It's not the same as yours. Doesn't mean that smile can't affect what is the same. What is the same in all of us is up here. It's up there in the higher realms of each of us. And we tap into that, we live from it, and it grows. And then watch what happens to your life. Watch what happens. You're expanding within. So the outside light around you will expand in many different ways. Many different ways. All beautiful. All God's gift to you. Because you gave it to yourself. You said yes to alignment. Okay. Our smile has the power to open doors, move up the ladder in our jobs, attract all goodness from others, create meaningful relationships, let others know our feelings for them in an instant, attract a mate, create laughter, and so much more. Our smile even releases endorphins in the body to elevate our mood naturally. Elevating our mood brings us into clarity of what's most important a lot of times. You laugh at your own ego a lot of times. It's like, oh man, you're being a jerk to yourself sometimes, because it's just like, I'm in a bad attitude, and anybody that comes near me, you better watch it, because I'm out of sorts. But if we could say that instead of just hoping somebody comes in and doesn't trigger us because we're already the rat trap of negativity. But then if you can say, listen, I've had a bad afternoon, so forgive me in advance if I'm snappy. It lets them know right off the bat. It's like, you let them know what you need. It's like space. And say, I just need a little space to get back to myself. I promise I'll give you the answer, or whatever that is. You can ask for that space so that you can come back to clarity, right? Clarity, reasonable decisions, reasonable ways forward, okay? Not snappy judgment stuff because you're going in 7,000 different directions and you can't can't focus. You got to learn to focus. And so you got to learn to have that that monkey mind of yours, as you got to learn to tame it. Taming it. And we tame it with the kind of stuff we're talking about every day. We tame it. So we know what our best offense is, right? We're always out working on defense. We're always working with fire behind us. Get going, get going, get going. If you can work mindfully, you work more efficiently. So you get to the goal with a much better mindset that you would have just all the time. Mindfulness is one of the greatest tools we can give to ourselves, greatest gifts we can give to ourselves. Okay. Coming into any situation with your smile can change the energy and the mood of others automatically. Automatically. This is the part of spreading your wealth. A smile is a tool of giving and receiving. Like I said, not like a creepy salesman smile, but I'm talking about, every day. Hey, how are you? I heard you're going through some stuff, or I heard you just won that thing. Let people know you see them and give that smile to them, man. They're going to carry that, and then they're going to do it to somebody else. That smile gets paid forward, right? And everybody wants to be seen and recognized and appreciated and loved. That's all any of us want, right? That's really it. We stay out of our ego when we feel all those things. The ego gets in the way, including our own. That's why we got to know our own darkness intimately. And the only way to do that is to go to the inner journey with our light, saying, what do you need? What is it that you're really asking for? What is it that you need? Right? And then that need comes up and you say, this is what I need. And I haven't been honest with myself. And I've been too afraid to say these things because it is something, that I've had, that I've wanted to say or do, or whatever that is. And you get the strength to say it or do it. Probably both. And then you've unblocked an old block that you knew was there, but you didn't know how to unblock it. But you're learning to do that, and God is helping you to do that once you take that journey within. It's like you're not going there alone. God's in there going, here, let's look at this one. What do you think? Let's kick this one out of the garden together. All right? And those are the things you smile about. For your progress. And your progress will happen every day. Every day you continually and consistently use your light more and more. The way just helps you in every way. to gain clarity of where you are, where you're supposed to be, and anything that comes your way, you are much more prepared to handle it. Because, I'm not alone. What would God do? And then I have to imagine that. And that's what I do. You know what I mean? And you know what that is. It feels good in your heart. So that's your receiver and your transmitter. You're receiving and transmitting from God, and you're receiving and transmitting to each other every day. Our thoughts have power, and our thoughts have distance. So when we're praying for somebody that's on the other side of the planet, or even somebody in heaven, it's heard, it's felt, it gets there, right? It's like the Pony Express, only way faster. Your thoughts, your good thoughts for people, and your good wishes, your well wishes for them, and when they're suffering, and you long let them know that I'm suffering with you in this situation, and I know what that's like, and if I can lend some of my light to you, I'm here, and that's all you got to do. And if they want that light of yours, and they will let you know, and that's it, right? That's why we don't have to save anybody or fix anybody. But if we are a good example, maybe we're a lighthouse for them, and they say, how did you do that, or where did you go for this, or what book do you like, and boom, you're paying it forward, because God is in that moment saying, right here is how you help me. Here's how you help God, by helping that person. Right? There's your connection, and it just gets better. And the connection gets better, you make better choices in your life, and you give better to everyone in your life. And you want to let them know how you feel about them, so that just raises all ships anyway. It just comes out of you as your goal, that you won't be able to help it. It just overflows into your natural way, and it's your natural way on the other side. So that's what's coming through you. That's the ascension within. They talk about the ascension. We're all going through an ascension, an awakening, and an awakening can be ugly, because it can be, I wish I was still asleep. Believe me, I've said those words. I've said them. But I'm no help there. I'm no help in that mindset. I said, grab your light. Grab your light and shine. Be an example of that. Shine. And hopefully, the people will just want it for themselves too, and they'll take their own journey in that direction. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. And you picking up and saying yes for your own life. And going it and doing it your own way. Going and doing it your own way. Take these principles and you do them your own special, unique, beautiful way that God made you. All that stuff that you're embarrassed about from the past, or what may have happened in your families, or whatever that stuff is, you get to choose anew. You get to build this whole craft into whatever you want it to be. And if it's good, and it's goodness, God's going to say, let's go, baby. Let's go. Right? You're using your right tools. Okay? All right. Coming into any situation, let's say. All right. Every great person in history has operated their lives from the heart will tell you that the one personal tool that has brought them the most happiness and success is their smile. In my personal life and business, it has been my favorite tool. I think this smile was just handed down to me. My dad and my mom, both smiley people, which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for that. And I wear that as a remembrance to, my mom, and how that smile carried her through her whole life. And these are a lot of her words in here too. Yeah. The gold I gleaned from living through the crap and using the right tools that were given to me. Right? So there you have it. The CTA today is turn that frown upside down and give the world your very best from the second they see you. You will find you elevate your own energy and your own state of mind and even your health. Listen, especially that health. Smile is part of your health. It does trigger endorphins in your mind, giving you okay, I must be smiling for some reason. It is, right? It's almost like taking a smile pill. It's already there in our biology. It's already a natural healing. tool. Just turning your lips up. Okay, so do it. All right, plus you elevate others at the same time. We are here on earth to prosper each other, and what we give out will always come back to us tenfold. Smiling is the fastest and easiest God-given way to create a beautiful day and an amazing life. An amazing life. I like to smile as much as possible through this journey, and I know you would too. So we're on that ship together this year. We're doing it. We're doing it. And I hope you're exercising, and I hope you're getting the whole triangle working. Mind, body, and spirit all working together in a one-pointed direction in your own favor and the favor of those in your life. That's the mission. Okay? You got a mission. That's a great one. Smile on your face is the door opener to all of it. Every day. Wake up, smile at yourself first. You'll have much to give. Much love, guys. See you tomorrow.